digital, analog, ham.
Right, hi everybody, this is Chris 2E0UKH and I'm looking at a Radioddity GD77, and one of my subscribers of the channel, Paul Howell, has incredibly kindly sent me in a Radioddity to have a play with and to hack it, and I've put on it the firmware opengd77, and now this opens up a lot of things. This firmware is written for ham radio, not for business. You know there's VFOs, you can go from channel to VFO, from VFO to channel, making a new channel, all the things that ham radio needs, things like encryption, which we're not allowed to use, has not been included. So it's just all the good stuff. So we're in VFO mode, and we'll just zoom in on the screen so you can see what we're looking at. So up in the top left, that's the mode, DMR. You can change the mode. Remember, we're in VFO here. You can change the mode. Let's bring the keyboard into view. Move it up a fraction. So you can change the mode with function and star. So it goes to FM, function, and back again. You've got time slot 2 there. Now we're still in the VFO. You can change the time slot by just pressing the star. So you can go time slot 1, time slot 2. I'm on a Pi Star hotspot. That forces you on time slot 2. Now this is really neat. We've got 10 power levels, 250 milliwatts, top middle. And from memory, it's definitely left and right, but whether it's shift and left and right, like left and right goes through the talk groups, shift and left and right, it cycles from 5 watts, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 750 milliwatts, 500, 250 and 50 milliwatts. And you can do this on FM as well. So if we're on FM, function and star. How cool is that? You can just use 50 milliwatts. So I'll leave it on 50 milliwatts. That's through my hotspot. That's very handy. Doesn't, the battery doesn't go down too quick, and the battery life on it, even though this is experimental firmware, it's stable, by the way, but even though it's it's not the proper firmware that comes with it, I haven't had any issues at all with it. It's been brilliant. Battery life has been great. Now it shows the battery percentage up in the top right. So first of all, I'm going to show you some FM features, and then I'm going to show you some DMR, because we do everything digital and analog. So I'll put it back into FM. So function and star, and I'll type in like a 2 meter repeater, 1457875. Put a 0 on the end to round it up to 5 numbers. So I'll just turn that down, it's clicking away. Now we've got 2 lines. We've got the top line, that's the receive line. We're in VFO A, that's why there's an A there. So receive and transmit are on the same frequency at the moment. If I want to drop it down to the line below, I think it's function, the blues function and down, and that moves the arrow down, and I can just change the frequency of the input to a repeater. So that would be just under 200. There's 200. So we have got the top line on receive, the bottom line on transmit. I'll move it back up again. Now this is pretty cool. Now I'm on the receive frequency. If I move the up and down, look, if you wanted to hit the space station, look, 145.8, and the transmit frequency is changed as well. Now this is really cool. So all your repeaters are set up for 2 meters. You know, you've got to put a code in, a tone in. But I thought that was very clever. So you can have them both the same, or you can have them both the same or different, you know, independent of each other. And to put a tone in for a repeater, I mean, this aerial is not really very suitable, but there's my local repeater, GB3CO, Charlie Oscar. And if I wanted to alter the details, you know, like tones, if I was in DMR, if I wanted to alter a color code, it won't be available, but to alter any channel settings, you can go to menu, channel details, press green. So we've got VFO A and B. You can't have both VFOs on the screen at the same time. That suits me fine. Now the menu structure, if I go left, press left and right, I could say go to menu B. I did it earlier. Anyway, you can choose A and B. I think it's because I'm on A. I'm staying on A. There's another option where you can change the VFO from A to B. I think it's on the orange button on the top. So the channel details are the receive frequency, the transmit frequency, the mode. You can, by pressing left and right, you can change these things. So on FM, color code, it's not available in DMR, in FM, sorry. Time slot, not available. Receive group. Receive CTCSS tone is set to none. Transmit. So if I wanted to put my normal repeater in 77 Hz, CTCSS, I can do it with the left and right. Bandwidth. You can change the step sizes. Talk out timer, zone skip, all skip, Vox off, back to that. And to confirm your settings, you press green. And now my repeater's set. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of interesting tests, seeing how far I can get on a handheld on 50 milliwatts, you know. It's not available on any other handheld. Very few have got this on. I think the ID51 has some very low power options. So that's FM. Let's just quickly look at DMR. So my hotspot, so I'm going to change it to VFO B. I think it's if I press the button on the top, the orange button, you don't need to see it. On all of these DMR radios there's an orange button on the top or a blue one. That brings up this menu. I'll just show you what's in the menu. But you know, this is just a quick look. This is a quick look at some of the cool features. So there's VFO-A. This is where I've got my left and right from. If I press right and choose VFO-B, I can go to VFO-B. By the way, red changes it to between VFO and manual. So as it happens, I've got this set at the same frequency, but it has changed to VFO-B. So this is how you connect it to your hotspot. You can even do it from VFO mode. So if I typed in my hotspot 439.200, and I'll just change the transmit line to 439.200, and I'm on FM, so I'll change it to DMR, function and star. That's DMR. So that's my frequency of my hotspot. 1 DMR, time slot 2, which is correct, 50 milliwatts, color code 1, which my hotspot is. All I've got to do now is go to a talk group. Now this is one of the main reasons I like this. This is like an Anytone. It's like an MD380. You can ad hoc into a talk group. So press the bottom right, the hash button, just press it once and I can type in a talk group entry. Press it again, you've got private call entry. And press it again, you can see all the contacts, all the talk groups. So I'll press it again, talk group entry. So let's go to talk group 91. Talk group 91, press green to confirm your choice and transmit to. Get on there. Did you see the seconds counting up? That's a nice touch. So I am on talk group 91 and would, I'm hoping someone else will key up. Now this radio has talk alias built in, not this firmware. You don't actually need to put any DMR databases in if you don't want to. Nicely. So I'm rather impressed with this. So anyway, this was a quick look at the Radioddity GD77. It's also available on the GD77S, the one with speech, and it's also available on the Baofeng 1801, the RD5R, something like that. But I'm going to be looking at this in more detail and showing how I put the firmware on. So quick look at the Open GD77 firmware. Okay, right, 7.3.